Welcome back, disc golf fans, to the 2025 Savannah Open, sponsored by Gravity Disc Golf. We are back here at Tom Triplett Park for the closing stretch of this opening round here, this PDGA B tier. Playing the gold here for round one. Big thank you to our presenting sponsor of this coverage, Infinite Discs. Commentary, once again, it is Felix Vega, joined by
Conrad Norwood. Here we go.
Conrad, a little bit of a tough start for some of our players here to get off to. We saw some scorching starts from some of the other players on this front nine.
Yeah, Hatcher Mason in particular is 8 through 8. He's on a streak here. We may be filling the wrong card. We have a lot of other people vying to be on the lead card for round two, which will be here at Tom Triplett. We're going to start out with hole 10. It's a par 4 coming in at 447 feet. Playing is one of the easier holes on the day. From the long box, you're going to want to just throw a nice turnover. There is an alternate fairway that comes into play if you don't make it all the way around, but you want to throw a shot that's continually to turn the entirety of the hole so that you can have some type of approach up to the basket. You really can't reach the basket from the box just because of the shape, not the distance. Tony throws something that gets caught up. He's going to be right there at that turn. He's going to have the option to go either way there. Isaac's throwing the more ideal line there, just continuously to turn to the right. Oh. But he gets two kisses to take him off course and over to the left.
Bad kick there. He's if you ask Ezra, Isaac is the world's luckiest player, so to see him get a bad break has got to be shocking for him.
And Grady is taking Ezra's shots and getting the good kicks. Got a kick toward the basket there.
Okay.
It's going a little too straight. And Peter looks like he has a good line going there, and he does. You kind of end up in the middle of the stuff there, but that's your next shot is going to be an approaching shot anyway, so he'll be approaching from a little bit closer.
So turnover with the PA5 here for Tony, and fortunately gets the kick and a roll back away from the basket. That's going to leave him probably another approach. That's quite a long ways away for a putt.
Yeah. It's another approach, but it's unobstructed, so he may be able to do a soft run at it. And
forehand specialist
I
over here.
don't want to hear anyone talk about Isaac's forehand anymore.
Yeah.
He has it.
That looked to be a felon that he flicked up there. Ooh. Peter touched too high there and gets caught up in some of that high cabbage, knocks him down.
We'll see if he has a look from where he ended up. Grady makes that look too good.
Yeah.
I thought that was going in. Just nice and smooth, just rolling out of the ante as it's getting into the basket.
Tony, the long one. Wow.
I said unobstructed, but it was slightly obstructed, but it did not matter. Let's take a look at this run back.
Dropping it right side. Beautifully done there for Tony. Really gotten back on course here after that rough start. And you can hear a little bit of the droplets here. We talked about staying dry, but this is the part of the section, or the section of the course here where we started to get a little bit more precipitation fighting its way through the treetops here. See Isaac with the umbrella there in the background as Grady knocks in his birdie putt.
So I wouldn't have thought it if you asked me off the tee if we were going to have a star frame here, but we certainly do.
I bet a big forehand or lefty.
Hole 11 here. They were talking about Grady's eagle during the practice round a couple years ago. Hole 11, par 3, 256 feet, straight shot, very narrow gap to navigate. You can kind of miss right side. Left side, though, misses tend to get punished more. Basket's going to finish slightly to the right-hand side. So throwing a straight shot gives you a look. A little bit of a flex on it gets you a better look. These guys are going to be throwing putters mostly up this gap here, trying to work their way towards this pin. Very slight turn on that for Tony. A little low, though.
Yeah, if that would have been higher, that would have been perfect. Has the height, has the move, and
that's that Cenas again. I am not used to seeing that disc move to the right on a backhand. That is incredible.
Have you seen this?
Grady buttery forehand.
Thanks.
He must have heard me. He said thanks.
And this is it was looking good until that last tree. That was the only tree he needed to beat there.
Yeah.
And he's
give
it a good bit.
Yeah.
Tony has the putt turned on. Let's see if it's still on.
A little high.
Oh, just a little high.
This section of the course also generally gets more wind. You've got the water in the background there, and this green is usually getting pummeled by some type of wind, but it looks to be relatively calm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think the only time that we actually mentioned any wind really was on hole 4.
Yeah.
When you're playing over the water. Even the putts weren't affected that much, so.
Good conditions so far for these guys, considering.
Can you try to hit the bar?
The
thing?
crossbar?
Yeah?
I'll try.
What? No way!
First try.
That was great.
Thank you.
I think that was the Cenas that he threw. That's why it's already beat in. All right, hole 12. It's a par 3 coming in at 331. This is a toughie at one of those signature holes. It's playing slightly over par. You got that quick turn to the right that you have off the tee. Then you have this penetrating drive that you have to continue going down till you get to the green area. There are trees on both sides. Left side is a little bit more forgiving than if you go on the right side. Really the idea here is to try to get to the middle so that you have some type of long look at a putt. Dang it, and I just gave him props on the forehand. Why he do that? He doesn't know either. Okay.
Yeah, he's not sure. It's just one of those things. It's nice to see it happens to world champions as well.
Yeah.
Grady pushing this a little bit far. This turn comes up so quick.
Yeah, it does. I don't really like the forehand because of how quick the turn comes up and then how straight you have to go afterwards. I mean, to me, if you're doing the forehand, you're conceding to a par. But that's just my thoughts.
I don't like the backhand either. I don't like the roller, the overhand. I don't like anything on this hole. It's to me, it just seems nearly impossible to get yourself a 2 on this unless you're having a long throw in or putt.
If you have the backhand turnover right, you can give yourself a look. That's the better play for me anyway.
I think the backhand has yielded the most successful results we've seen over the years, but even those I don't think have ever led to an actual birdie. I don't think we've ever filmed a birdie on this hole. Let us know in the comments if we've ever filmed a birdie on this hole.
Yeah, because I don't know. I feel like we have. At least I want to believe that we have. I felt like I've seen one.
Oh, you know what? I think Nathan Queen might have got it one year with a nice drive and a long putt. Oh, Tony!
He thought it was in.
I thought it was in
too. It was a great bid, though.
It was.
And we were just talking about it, too. He was about to try to give us a 2.
High shot there, Rel.
So was Peter.
Mm-hmm. Ultimately, we're going to see a stack of 3s here on this hole, which is not surprising, coming in at 0.06 over par, so pretty much spot on with the 3. Oh, we
got one bogey there.
That's right, I forgot about the early hit.
Yep. Yeah, playing just slightly over par.
Little cleanups here before we move on to a par 4 and a fun one. Hole 13, par 4, 550 feet. Your initial shot's getting out of this gap, landing somewhere either just short or just past this road area here into this little island. then going across. The road there plays as out of bounds for this round. Your second shot then penetrates the secondary gap, finishing right to left and away from the water and cart path, which do play as out of bounds as well for this hole. Two pretty precise shots to give yourself the birdie look here. I did want to shout out Clay Edwards and Hatcher Mason, who both got the birdies on the previous hole.
Ooh, that stayed a lot straighter than I expected, and well, at least it's safe. But it did not move over to the right at all.
No, it did not. This is going to be in a similar spot. Maybe a little more left.
You can see the leaves are moving back there, so there is some wind, and the players may not be able to feel it from where they are.
Ooh, that's going to sneak through.
Wow.
Great shot.
That's fantastic.
I'm hoping he aimed for that gap. That's what I'm really hoping.
That's a tough one to hit.
Yeah.
This is the Cenas once again for Isaac. That looks good. Didn't quite get all the way over.
Yeah, I'm laughing because you keep saying it's a Cenas. It's not flying like a Cenas.
No, it's
I don't
not.
know.
Tony
Is he going to get through? He does get through.
does.
All right.
That'll give him another long look there for the birdie. Putter seems to be heating up, so let's see how he does there. Grady
Trying to find the gap, and
Settle.
he is just to the right of it, and now further right of it. So he'll be playing out of that bunker there.
Yeah, stayed in bounds, though. That could have easily kicked OB for him. Isaac,
Yeah, true.
with not a lot to work with here.
That doesn't happen every day.
That is,
Wow.
that is out of bounds for Isaac. We're getting to see all kinds of stuff happening with the new bag.
Even surprising him.
Yeah. Sit
Settle,
down.
settle. Okay.
Does.
Approaching that OB, but stayed in.
Picking up that Explorer that somehow kicked backwards.
Missed the tree, Peter.
He does. Oh my, he
Okay,
misses
miss all of
everything.
Misses all of them to find his way to the inside circle one. Grady is having to conjure up something here.
Tomahawk.
Oh, when he almost got out.
Oh, and he's back in.
Yeah, back in on the other side now.
Okay, he's got an opening.
Much greater look there. And we all love to see this little painting shot of Grady's. It lands right next to the
it's
basket
so
every single
pretty.
time he throws it. So annoying.
So pretty. Just working that bird to perfection. Tony here.
My bird can do that?
Oh yeah, birds can do anything.
Oh, wow, this man.
Tony Brackett putting on a show here with the putter.
Again, nice and lofty, just crashing into the basket, barely touching the chains. What a great putt.
And another birdie for Brackett, 2 under par now. What a turnaround he's had. Isaac just left there. A little bit of issues on this hole is going to drop him down that leaderboard. Peter, just right side. That one had some intent behind it.
Yeah.
Fortunately, that's the second double bogey he's taken this round.
Peter's going to tap in his par, and Grady.
Grady with a tough go, but going to end up with the bogey as well heading into 14.
Hole 14 is another one that's playing over the water here. You do have to be mindful of the people walking on the cart path. You do not want to hit them. There is a Mando, not on that light pole, but on the tree over to the right, that you need to be left of that. You're going to come into this gap. Ideally, this is where you will want to land on your drive so that you can navigate this turn to the right and make it down the slight tunnel that leads to the basket that is, again, surrounded by trees that are guarding the basket. The cart path does play as OB, but it should not come into a factor once they're on the green.
Again, pretty calm conditions. We've seen this hole play into some ripping wind throughout the years.
Mm-hmm.
Missed that pole. Okay. Now settle. Okay.
So you're mostly happy with that shot because you've mitigated most of the risk.
Yeah. That's
Ooh, that
getting
dropped.
pushed down.
Ooh. Okay.
Tougher on that right side. It really pinches off your turnover angle to approach the green from there.
Yeah.
Grady going Conqueror. Coming right towards you, it looks like.
I was fine.
Okay. He should have a pretty straight shot there. This is the Dryv for Isaac.
Oh, and that moved to the right
Oh.
and is not coming back until it's past the Mando.
Yeah, he's going to miss that Mando to the right there, unfortunately.
So he's going to go to the drop zone. And wow.
Okay.
I don't know what putter that was, but he turned it over to perfection. Now he's going to have a clean putt.
You know what putter that was.
What was that?
That was the scene. See it again.
I need to see this. I need to see this. Without the groove, without the thumb grooves on it. That's what I need to see.
Yeah. Tony. Nearly all the way out. Unfortunately, he's going to be on the edge there. A lot going on back there. Grady in a similar spot.
Yeah. But he's able to get his out clean and
Beautiful.
parks the basket.
Mm-hmm. Staying on the rail ties there. Tony with a subtle turnover to get out. Oh, man, that's a bad kick.
Yeah.
Did most of
But
the work.
again, that may leave him with a clean look, though. So we'll see if he still has a putter turned on. Peter here gave it a good bid there. I think he's going to end up having to settle for his par, and Tony has a gap.
Get in.
Ooh, just a little right. I don't know about that one, Isaac. He didn't look committed on that one, but it went in.
He was just looking to finish the hole, and the hole was finished. This is Tony for his bogey, and centers that one.
Mm-hmm. Still one under for Tony. Another par for Peter. Staying at 4 under.
Mm-hmm.
And Grady's making a move with the birdie there, putting him to 7 under for the round so far.
Yeah. When I think of Tom Triplett, this is the hole I think of. Hole 15, par 3, from the Golds, 297 feet. The drone barely fits through this gap. A Frisbee somehow, in theory, should be able to fit through this gap. Mandatories, double Mando to go through, then a second Mando coming up on the left-hand side right around there. Finishing straight down this track and then slightly on the right-hand side. Speaking of tracks, there are railroad tracks on the left-hand side which are out of bounds if you go on it or past it, and then the road on the right is also out of bounds.
And luckily, there's no train here this time. Grady has laced this shot.
Are you kidding me?
Goodness.
That is the best shot I've ever seen on this hole.
Love to see a disc just going from side to side. It gets a little ground play going right toward the basket and then gets to stop by the tree just to keep it close. Just so much.
Infinite
So great.
Dynasty is what he threw there. Absolutely beautiful. Peter getting a great second kick to keep him in the middle of the fairway.
Oh, that was one of our Infinite Dynasties.
No, ours is
Glow
the Metal
Infinite
Flake
Dynasty.
one. That was an
Oh.
S-Blend one that he threw, and Isaac unfortunately is kicked across the railroad tracks and has gone out of bounds. Tony's going to have a lot of work to do from there.
Did he make the Mando?
He made the
initial
first
Mando
set.
on the right?
Yeah, he made the
Okay.
first set of Mandos. Now he's just pitching back, and unfortunately that root kind of kicked him back away, and now he's got to deal with this.
Well, at least now he's past all the Mandos and under the basket. I mean,
Okay.
thank you, ground play.
Yeah. So coming back across the train tracks, gently placing his disc where he wants.
From the catch cam, I had no idea what was going on. It's like, did he just give up? He just threw the disc. Did he just give up? Forgot about that. Him having to make the Mando.
Yeah, there was discussion as to whether or not the Mando was made, or if it was he had to play to that, or if it was the out of bounds. But ultimately, he hadn't crossed the first set of Mandos yet, or the second set of Mandos, or the second Mando.
The second Mando.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in this hole.
And there was no line that made the wall for the Mando, I guess. So, oh my goodness,
That's his third double bogey, but a ridiculous save nonetheless, because it could have been and probably should have been worse.
I don't know if they can see the gap. That's not a gap that anyone putts through.
No.
because it's just wow. Peter taps in for his bogey there.
Yeah. And the birdie there for
Grady with a birdie. I would love to see the list of birdies on this hole because I'm pretty sure it's not that long.
Yeah, I gotta look here. There were 3.
Wow.
Grady, Tom Shanley, and Owen Camp. Well done, guys.
Okay. Well done. Hole 16 is a par 4 playing at 522. You want to come out of the gap. You got to get across the road. Once you get across the road, you'll see the basket is tucked into the trees up here. That light pole really should come into play, but it's really funny when it does. With it being a par 4, it really is a true 2-shot hole. You don't want to try to do too much off of the tee. So get into the safe side, then playing up and tapping in for the bird is the smart play.
Again, we had a little bit of the rain kind of show up here on this hole. Grady just getting across the roadway there and safe.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. If you look at the tee, you see you got a window that you have to get through. Because the road is playing as the bottom frame. You got some limbs at the top frame and left and right with the trees.
That one gonna skid across like the others. It does.
Oh yeah.
And sits.
And
sits.
Then it gently rolls OB after all of that.
Unfortunate. He didn't see that from the tee. Isaac stepping up and ripping one here. Ooh, and that one just curls
staying in
up.
bounds. That was a lot. The pole came into play there, so did OB, and Tony turns this forehand over. It's about pin high, but he is on the other side of those trees that are blocking the basket. Peter lets one go, and it looks like he's going to find the circle.
Very nicely done there.
Mm-hmm.
Grady with that putter in hand here. We've seen him smooth over this entire course so far and continues to do so.
I think I would love to have Grady as my upshot doubles partner. Just
I'll take his 450 feet plus of power off the tee as well.
well, see, this is the thing. You get to pick 3 people, right? So Calvin would be my off the tee guy.
Okay.
Grady's my upshot guy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have to take I'm gonna take Ezra Robinson as my putting guy.
Dang, all right. Now, let me see. Off the tee. I'm gonna take Ricky off the tee.
Okay, all right. That's good, just like that bird from Peter.
Upshot guy. Dang. Dang, well now I can't use Ricky to putt. All right. See, this is hard. All right, give me Isaac to putt. Like that.
Okay.
And then my upshot guy. You know what? Give me Dickerson. Dickerson always seems to make every upshot every time.
Yeah, all right. That's a good combo. That's a good combo.
Tell us in your...
Hey, let us know in the comments what your combo would be.
Yeah, one player for your drives, one for your upshots, one for your putts. Tony here after going OB.
And just to let everyone know, I am available to be picked if you need me for any of those slots. I can, I'm available.
Jump on in there. Hole 17, par 3, 445 feet. Having to cross the road once again. Same thing, road plays as out of bounds on this one. Just looking to cut something across on angle, fading back ultimately over to the left-hand side. A lot of trees on the right-hand side can kind of divert your disc away from the target. We'll see some relatively stable fairway drivers looking to punch through and finish near this pin here to give yourself the look for the birdie.
Yeah, the drone flight was the most direct flight, but that is not the flight for most of the disc. They're going to enter the tree line on the right and try to scoot their way across to the left. Oh, how does... Oh my... Okay. The trees giveth and the trees take away.
Okay.
But he still has an inside the circle look there.
Yeah.
But he was much closer after that first kiss.
That was the conqueror there for Grady. Peter opting for the wider hyzer line, which is exactly what you want.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And that's the line that I think most people are successful with, is going... I mean, it seems intuitive not to go into the trees and fade over, but that's just... It's a really good line right there.
Beautiful. That is a stable felon for Isaac Robinson. It's that Glimmer Lucid Ice Ricky Wysocki one that is just a meat hook, and he actually got it to flex over. Tony flipping that one over to the right.
He's over there by that bridge, but he still has enough room to scramble.
Little chip forehand approach. Ooh.
Oh, I don't think he was scrambling. I think he was going for it.
Grady through the raindrops looking for the birdie.
Come on, Grady. Center for me.
Oh,
or corner pocket. Either way. Nice bird.
Birdie is a birdie. 2 on the scorecard either way. And Grady to 10 down for the round. Having himself a strong start. Always does well at this event. Peter just a touch low.
Literally an inch higher would have been in.
Isaac for the birdie.
I don't know if anyone noticed. Isaac wiped the top disc, but then he put it with the bottom disc. Like he, I don't even know if he knows he did that.
He might have wiped it before when we weren't looking. I don't know. Not the start Isaac was looking for. 2 down. First event with the new sponsor.
Yeah, but he just had a few bad holes that he has to climb back from.
Hello. Hi. Sorry to interrupt that coverage of the, what's it, Isaac Robinson Open? What's it called? That's the only reason y'all are watching, right? Just to see what he's throwing, how well he throws it. Shout out Latitude. Shout out Jonathan. Oh, Savannah Open. Yeah, Savannah Open. We'll get right back to that in a second. I just wanted to tell you about Infinite Discs. Well, I mean, I didn't tell you about it. You already know about it. But I just wanted to remind you about it, I guess. There's 80,000 discs. I got a picture of every one. So I'm guessing they probably even have the stuff Isaac's throwing. Go buy your next disc from there, please. Thanks.
All right. We're going to wrap up Tom Triplett, the Pro Gold here layout with hole 18, a par 3 coming in at 289, just under 300 feet. but you have a lot of trees in the way. You need to find your line and stick to it. A kick early could definitely be detrimental. They did move the basket over closer to the OB, so it slightly comes into play with your approach shots and your putts. So want to make sure you keep everything under control to finish out the round.
That is early. And gets that kick left back towards one's fairway.
Mm-hmm. That looks good. Go across the bridge. And circle one.
Not quite sure what he threw there, but it looked to be a stable fairway, or maybe a stable, a stable mid or a stable putter.
It wasn't the Cenas.
No, it was not. That one, double kick for Tony, who finds himself over par now after fighting his way back. It's been an up and down round for Tony, but
yeah,
he's had a smile on his face the entire time. That one filters through to the back end there, by just past the bridge.
Yeah.
Jawbreaker zone again for Grady.
The Page Shue one.
Mm-hmm.
Tony trying to go high, but finding a tree in his way. There's probably an actual bid there, and underneath the basket will do. Not quite the finish to the round that he wanted.
Peter just outside here, looking to step one in to finish off his round.
Oh, and just a little low. Grady with the alpaca in the basket.
Saving the par, capping off that 10 down round for him. Isaac with the birdie. Looking to carry some momentum into the second round, where they'll be playing the shorter layout here at Tom Triplet. Peter with
with a bogey.
Yep. Same for Tony.
And Tony finishing up with a bogey as well. Still happy about it though.
There you
go. Taking a look at their back recap for our card here. Isaac actually didn't move. He stayed at 3 under, so a lot of trouble, but fought his way out of the trouble. Grady Shue at 10 under, Peter at 3, and
Tony just above par there. As we take a look at the overall leaderboard, we'll see we bring back Grady Shue, Hatcher Mason, a fire 13 down out there. Kate Caps, Josiah joining us and on the lead card. Jamie Keep in the mix as well. A lot of familiar names that we have covered before in the past, but this is always a fun event and it always produces some drama, so make sure to check us out throughout the entirety of this event. A big thank you to all of our fans. Check us out on all of our socials at Ace Run Pro. Stay up to date on all of the things that we've got coming for you, like the rest of the Savannah Open. Big thank you to our Ace Runners. Check us out over on patreon.com/Ace Run Pro to become an Ace Runner for as low as $3 a month. Big thank you to all of those that continue to support us year after year. Thanks to everybody, the Savannah Disc Golf, or the Savannah Disc Golf Association, for bringing us out for this one. We'll see you right back here for round 2 of the Savannah Open.